My name is Christa Copeland, and I work at Redlands Community College as the activity director of the NASNTI Part F Grant. We serve Native American and low-income students here at Redlands. Growing up, I wanted to be everything. I started out at 5 years old wanting to be an orthopedic surgeon because I had broken my leg. That evolved into a pharmacist, and then by the time I hit middle school and high school, I wanted to be editor-in-chief of the New York Times by the time I was 50. Now here I am. I've spent my career in marketing, public relations, and now in higher education, and I love it. The theme that held all of those together is that everything that I wanted to be required a college degree. So my family life is interesting. My family is a party of two. It's just me and my mom. I was raised by a single parent. We are Cherokee, and so we did have a large extended family. But for the day in and day out, it was just her and I. And so that meant that as a kid, I had to grow up pretty young and pretty fast. So I was pretty self-sufficient by the time I was 11 or 12 years old. And from that point, you know, she was my number one cheerleader, my biggest supporter. But we were in it together, and that helped me out in a lot of ways because I became a really self-sufficient adult. But it was also kind of hard because, you know, I didn't always get to do all the fun kid things because I had responsibilities. Where I left home to go to college, it was exhilarating. You know, you're 18, you're excited. But at the same time, it was scary because as first generation, I didn't have someone to help tell me what to do. I didn't know what to expect. Now, for a while, as I was enrolling and things like that, I didn't realize that you didn't have to go to school every single day from 7 to 3 like you did in high school. I was excited as I was and, you know, ready to move out and do all of that stuff. I also realized pretty early on there was a lot that I didn't know. There have been lots of moments that I have doubted myself in my academic career. I went to Rose State College, UCO, and then to OU for graduate school. And at every step along the way, there was a time when I doubted myself. And what I know now that I didn't know then, is that every single time that you feel like a complete failure and you don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it, you have to look back and remember why you started. And when you remember why you started, that's usually enough to pick you up, keep you moving forward, even when you don't want to or even when you think you can't. Whenever you look back, that's a really good reminder of, hey, you can do this. You started it for a reason. Keep going. The person who pushed me the most to get an education was absolutely my mom. She, God love her, worked so many different part-time jobs when I was growing up. She drove a limousine, a school bus. She waited tables. She did a little bit of everything. And she knew that even though she had a lot of different skills, a college degree would have helped us tremendously as a family as I was growing up. So she pushed me. She knew what a college degree could do for a person to change their life. She is the person who reminded me every day, well, you're going to go to college. You're going to go to college. And I wanted to. But she absolutely, anytime that I doubted myself, she said, oh no, you're going to college. The way that I would encourage first-generation college students is by reminding them that they are blazing a trail in their family. And that is exciting and also stressful. And that's okay. It's okay to ask a lot of questions because you don't know. And no one else in your family knows either. And all of that is okay. So it's important to find someone on campus, whether it is a professor, an advisor, maybe just somebody who's really friendly in one of the offices that you have to go to a lot, and ask them your questions. Most of the time, everyone wants to help you, especially on a college campus. That's what we're all here for. And so it's important to ask those questions, whether it's about financial aid. How do you submit an assignment? What does it mean to fill out a FAFSA? What does this mean if I don't turn something in on time? What are my ramifications, right? It's a lot different than high school. And if you're from a family that has only had high school graduates up to that point, or maybe not even high school graduates up to that point, and you're going to have a lot of questions, and that is okay. Ask them. What it means to me to be first generation is it means that you have grit. It means that you have perseverance. You will persist. There's a really great TED Talk talks about how the kids who achieve more in life academically aren't always the smartest, they're the grittiest. So they are willing to put in the time and the hard work and the effort because it maybe doesn't come naturally to them, or no one's there to help guide you along the way because you are first generation. So for me, what it means is that you're a fighter, you're not willing to back down, you're going to keep going. Even if it means you fall down, you pick yourself up and you continue on.